see the number 11 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They'll stop him at the 22 after a 5-yard pickup. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it, too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
The give out of the gun. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Power football with the run. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Unloads quickly. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
6th play of the drive coming up. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Quickly complete. On the move at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
The run from the shotgun. They make the stop to the 19 after a pickup of 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, running back on the move. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stops.
this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
The Canes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Canes!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off-play action on 1st down. Coming out aggressively. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, really nice catch there, and I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national championships, too.
Get it out on the screen. Still running at the 40. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Aggie! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the extra point splits the uprights. After that latest answer, tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown hit?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Snags it down the right side. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Miami! And once he found open space, the fans might as well start playing.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you're saying top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find a lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep...
Hit the afterburners, kid. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Aggies.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback checking off. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
First down to start the drive after the break. He's looking to throw it. Unleashes one. And the pass is picked off. Takes it the other way. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
I love that play call, and quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Going up top on first down. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Trying to find his man on first down. Quickly complete. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at first and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
To the air on first down. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation possession and points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Alabama looks like a legit title contender right now, which they kind of do every year, but man, this offense is rolling. They're up 14 over Oklahoma State. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Trying to beat the D deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Are we sure that he knows what color jersey his receivers are wearing? Threw a pick on the last drive and almost threw another one.
Just temporarily confused. No big deal. Hey, short memory. Quarterback's got to have those short memories, right? It's behind me. No harm done. Reset. Next play.
Wants to throw on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching.
He lets it fly. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
On second down, wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses were always fun to watch.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. He's going to pass. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll let it go down the right side. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. The give to the left side. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They'll try to add another to their lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays, down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Paul, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Might be looking to run. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment. They've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. He's got it inside the 25. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has it on the doorstep. The Hurricanes want to crank the tempo. They'll try to pound their way in. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And that play had no chance. And you sell pass, and you want to sneak the draw in there. The idea is to get those defensive linemen, Palmer, running up the field. But it's almost like they knew what was coming, and they shut that down quick.
Yeah, and so you're running the play. It's not going to be a great look defensively. As a quarterback, then, you've got to do a real good job of trying to sell pass. And I think he just hurried it a little bit.
And it's caught! Touchdown, Hurricane! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. And this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Unloads to the right. And the timing just a hair off.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. If they're snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Goes to the option. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. They'll run play action. Steps away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Well, they needed a momentum-shifting play. Playing at home, they're able to get the punt return and take it the distance. Paul, he made one guy miss, and he was off to the races.
Great job. Secure the catch, make the guy miss, get towards that sideline, and just use your speed and get to the end zone. What a great game-changing play, and this place is going bananas.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. We need to be successful and productive.
And the pass is intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Canes! What a great play by the defense, and pulling it off with the interception return.
You've got to be so careful as a quarterback throwing over the middle of the field. This linebacker, he is so good in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes. He'll make you pay, and he did right there with that pick six.
And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Hawaii is ahead in this one, but unlike the playing days of Colt Brennan and Timmy Chang, this has not been a blowout today in Aloha Stadium. They're up by 7 over Houston. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think...
Oh, look out, there he goes! And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You've got to put some hits on those body blows so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Gets down with the slide.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule. You've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on fourth. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Using the quick game. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Fourth down, and they've got to get it to the next time zone, but the offense is going to stay on the field on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on down.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Swings it out to the flat. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They start this third quarter, one-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready.
He's going up top. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Just gashing this defense, a big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Really good job there on the pitch and catch. You think about Texas A&M and their ability to recruit receivers in recent years. It's been about as good as anybody, I think. You think about names like Mike Evans, Christian Kirk. They're getting guys not just in the state of Texas, but nationally that want to come to College Station and they want to catch passes in this offense. That knows they gives them a chance to play on Sundays, and this guy, I think, is going to be one of those guys that we're seeing playing in the league.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll run it again. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Off the play fake. He's right on target. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Aggies are flying down the field. From the red zone, looking for a space. It's complete to the right. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it.
Off he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Miami. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Crosses to 30. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Turns it on in midfield. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down, and much more really good execution by this offense. New set of downs after that completion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Going for it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to be a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
He'll just keep slinging it. Fires left. Pulls it in. He's loose. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Aggies.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Washington is trailing right now, but I'm old enough to remember the 2001 season where UW won the Rose Bowl and nearly won a title. If that group could find a way, there's hope for this team. They're trailing by 10 to Washington State. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Leaves it with the running back. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
From the gun, they'll try the middle.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves them with 2nd and 4. Handoff from the gun. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
This hard to stop great moves. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up.
Yeah, another good run. I feel like we could put that on loop, Jesse. Just another good run, another good run, another good run. Over 150 yards on the day. He's been the complete package, showing off all his skills today.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll give it to the back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Gets it out quickly.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? You've seen him toting the rock with success, and now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Running back searching for a hole. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
To the ground, he's got it again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. On 1st comes this offense. Now on the option. Now the toss. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there and make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football, and they've got to get a lot.
He's into the open down the middle. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggies.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the fourth. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they...
Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The pressure was rising, drama just encapsulating this entire stadium, and the defense comes up with that pick.
Yeah, so the quarterback, he's got to be able to handle this situation. Obviously, everything gets elevated. Everything has to happen a split second sooner. You feel the crowd noise. You can feel the energy, but you've got to keep your poise. And you just wonder in this juncture of the game if the quarterback
fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They move on top here in the fourth.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play. He's got it down the left. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple of shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll throw it on first down. A little release to the back. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Looking to throw on second down. A shot for the end zone. He hauled that one in down the right side, but couldn't stay in bounds. Almost had himself 6.
Oh, man, that's killer, right? You're about to tie the game, big play, just out of bounds. And listen, I still might call a timeout and get him to review this. Did he get a foot down? It's pretty close. It's your decision.
Quarterback checking the play. On third down, he drops to throw. The quick out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way and converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires complete on the crosser. They get him stopped at the 2, and it'll be first and goal. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth, and the stage will be set. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kane!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They've got him pinned back, and they're trying to rattle their eardrums. Listen to this crowd. From the gun, give on the inside. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's past the 30. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. First and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The expressway is wide open.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. A&M comes back out with another first down. Touch pass on the run. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Touchdown, Aggie! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. East Carolina is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Pirates fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Looking to go up top on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. He's taking the deep shot. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one instead. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's looking for an open man on second down. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to throw it again. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Another interception. That's his fourth of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, we've seen this defense make plays time and time again in this game. They may have just sealed it with that takeaway.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
The O-line gets an attaboy for that play. How about the time they gave their quarterback? Beautiful pocket. They allowed him to survey the field, find his open guy. This offensive line, they are gelling early.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. And he reels it in for a touchdown, and that just might seal it.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Timeout is called with just a single second left. On to attempt the try. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They got it, able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. One more play to pad the stats. They'll throw it on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work. Through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses in this game. It was no different.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team,